Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to my Vyre thieving guide. Vyres are creatures that live in Darkmire, the vampire town deep in the Mortmire area. Pickpocketing Vyres has some high requirements, but can be very profitable thanks to the potential Blood Shard drop. In this video, we're going to go over the requirements for Vyre pickpocketing, and then go over some thieving boosts with Rogue's Gear, Shadow Veil, and dodgy necklaces. Afterwards, I'll show you where you can pickpocket these Vyres, going over the very simple process of getting as many pickpockets as you can per hour, and then finally going over the XP and the GP rates and my general thoughts on Vyre thieving. There's only a couple of requirements, but then a couple of recommended add-ons for increasing your rates at Vyre pickpocketing. First of all, you do need 82 thieving to pickpocket Vyres. If you're doing this purely for profit, I do suggest getting 99 thieving for the best rates. Also, wearing a thieving skill cape increases pickpocket success rate by 10%, so that is a pretty big bonus. If you're looking for just one blood shard drop, you really don't need to go out of your way to get 99 thieving, but the higher thieving, the more pickpockets you're going to get per hour, so it can make a big difference, especially if you get kind of unlucky. You also need access to Darkmire for the Vyres, which means you have to do the Sins of the Father quest, which is not an easy quest and has some requirements in the 50s and 60s for other levels. You will receive a set of Vyre Noble clothing during the quest, and you do need to wear this to use the bank in Darkmire and to not be attacked throughout the town. There are ways of not having to use this gear too, so it's not necessarily a requirement, and I'll be showing that when we do the actual pickpocketing. Having the Ardoin Hard Diaries done will give you a 10% increased chance of a successful pickpocket, which does stack with the Thieving Skill Cape. You do not have to have the Ardy Cloak on for this to work, or in your inventory at all to get the 10% bonus. You just have to do the diaries. I suggest having 47 magic and having completed a Kingdom Divided quest for access to the Shadow Veil spell. This is basically another dodgy necklace that stacks on top of it, and we're going to be discussing both of those items in a little bit. Finally, for another couple of add-ons, I suggest getting that gem bag for the uncut rubies that you're getting, and then the Rogue's outfit, which we're discussing in detail next anyway. Rogue's Gear can be obtained from the Rogue's Den. To do the Rogue's Den activity requires 50 thieving and 50 agility, so you do tack on an extra 50 agility to your requirements. Each piece of Rogue's Gear gives a 20% chance to pickpocket double loot. Since there are 5 pieces of the Rogue's Gear, if you're wearing a full set, you're guaranteed to get double loot while pickpocketing, which is huge for making profit while Vyre thieving. The Rogue's Gear is technically not a requirement, but I would not spend any time pickpocketing these Vyres without having the Rogue's Gear. Let's talk about Shadow Veil and dodgy necklaces. Both of them share the same effect, but they do stack. Occasionally, when you fail a pickpocket, you can avoid being stunned for a few seconds and immediately attempt another pickpocket. The dodgy necklace gives a 25% chance to dodge a stun, and each necklace has 10 charges on it before it crumbles to dust. The Shadow Veil spell is on the Arceus spellbook, requiring 47 magic to use. To cast the spell, you need 5 Cosmic Runes, 5 Earth Runes, and 5 Fire Runes. So you want to bring Cosmic Runes with you, and then either a Lava Staff, or an Earth Staff, and a Tome of Fire combo, or you could just bring Fire and Earth Runes with you too, though that takes up more inventory space. When you use Shadow Veil, for a short period of time, you're given a 15% chance to dodge a stun. How long the effect lasts is dependent on your magic level. Right at 47 magic, it lasts just over 28 seconds, and at 99 magic, it'll last 55.4 seconds, which is 1 game tick under a minute. These two bonuses do stack on top of each other, but they don't necessarily just add up to 40% chance of dodging. It'll first roll the Shadow Veil's 15%, and then it will roll the necklace's 25%. Effectively, this gives you a 36.25% chance of dodging a stun, which is very nice to dodge a third of your pickpocketed stuns. It saves a lot of time in the long run. So here's a full view on what I'm wearing. I've got my Rogue's Gear, a dodgy necklace around my neck, and a Max Cape, which is just acting as my thieving cape for boosted success. It also happens to give me the effect of the hit points skill cape, which doubles your natural health regen to 2 hit points per minute. With that being said, if you have 99 hit points but not 99 thieving, you should just go ahead and wear your hit points skill cape. If you have a Thieving Cape, though, you do want that extra boost. Remember, the Thieving Cape gives a 10% extra chance at successfully pickpocketing. I am wielding a Lava Staff for the Fire and Earth Runes for the Shadow Veil spell. And then here's a look at my inventory for pickpocketing Vyres. I've got a handful of dodgy necklaces. Exactly how many that you need to bring in your inventory will depend on things like your thieving level and what you end up bringing to heal yourself. At the bottom of my inventory, I have Cosmic Runes to finish up the Shadow Veil spell. If you're not wearing a staff of any kind, you're also going to need to bring the Fire Runes and Earth Runes with you, which you could just put all in a rune pouch. If you put your Cosmic Runes in a rune pouch and you use the Lava Staff in your hand, then you can put the Blood Runes and the Death Runes that you're going to get while pickpocketing into that rune pouch. It's not that much of a boost, but it does help with a little bit of inventory space. I've got my Draken's Medallion to travel to Darkmere. It can also be used to travel to the bank, teleporting to the Theater of Blood Bank with the Vyres and Haza teleport. You are going to get some uncut rubies while you do this, so an open gem bag in the inventory will stock those up for you, but that is not a requirement. Make sure that you show up with 2 empty Invy spaces, one for the coins that you're going to get and one for the coin pouches. Any other items that you get from the Vyre, it will drop on the ground if your inventory is full. So there are a couple of methods that you can use to heal yourself while you do this. You could just bring your highest healing food with you and that would work, but in general, you're going to fail a lot of pickpockets, so you're going to want some good stuff for healing so that you don't have to bank too often. Ceradome and Brews are a very popular option, giving up to 64 health per potion. Each dose of potion heals you depending on what your hit points level is. The other option that has more potential is using prayer potions and the redemption prayer. If you drop under 10% of your maximum hit points while using redemption, it heals up your health a little bit and drains your prayer to 0. So basically, for a prayer potion, each prayer sip is going to heal you some health, but it depends on your prayer level rather than your hit points level. If your prayer level is 68 or higher, you can get more health per sip from a prayer potion than you will get from a Sarah Brew at 99 health. And at 99 prayer, you would get up to 96 health back for a full prayer potion. At 99 health, you're going to get 64 from a full Sarah Brew. So it's actually a pretty significant difference healing more with just the prayer potions. It is a little bit more expensive to use prayer potions in general, though the prices of potions do fluctuate. It will speed up the amount of pickpockets that you're getting per hour since it's shrinking down your bank trips. I personally do lean for using the prayer potions, though it's worth pointing out that it's a little bit less effort to use the Ceradome and Brews. You can just chug a full brew to heal up your health, where you only want to use 1 prayer dose at a time because you're waiting for your redemption to go off again, and then it'll fully drain your prayer points. So if you use a bunch of prayer doses in a row, you're just wasting all those extra doses. Plus, if you forget to put your redemption on right away, you might accidentally pickpocket too many times, get yourself to too low health, might have to wait for your health to go back up. It's really not that much more effort to use prayer potions, but it's worth pointing out that the Ceradome and Brews, you can be a little bit more brainless about the grind if you really want to. Let's talk about setting up a Vyre to pickpocket from. Similar to Thieving Elves and Prif, there's a lot of houses with Vyres in them that can all be pickpocketed, so there are a few to choose from. Some of the popular methods include this house just east of the Hollowed Sepulchre. There is a wine spawn in the house for healing, and the Sepulchre Bank is close by. If you trap an NPC in the same spot for 5 minutes, it does respawn in its original spawn point. So you can have this Vyre trapped here, but she is eventually just kind of going to magically walk over to a different spot, and you'll have to start chasing her around the house again. So the spot does work, but it's not necessarily a great spot. Next, we have this house, which is just south of the bank. The vampire in here is Nakasa Jovkai. I have no idea how to say these Vyres' names. This one can be trapped in his house in a single square, 5 minutes at a time, and when he respawns in the same house, so it's not that difficult to re-trap. Plus, the Draken's Medallion teleports you very close to the house, so it's a very quick bank trip. The best house option has to be this Vyre, Violetta Sanguine, southwest of the Hollowed Sepulchre. Her respawn point happens to be in a spot that you can trap her, so you'll never even notice when she respawns every 5 minutes. To get her stuck in this spot, you do need to lure one of the nearby Vyre Watch Sentinels to get her trapped. At first, it seems like kind of a pain, but it really isn't that much effort, and then you can pickpocket for a long time super conveniently. Let's go ahead and talk about getting this Vyre, Violetta Sanguine, stuck on this tile. First of all, you don't really want Draconis Sanguine to be in the house. As you can see, he can go stand on the tile and kind of mess with you. It's not a place for him to be. He's in the way, in other words. So you can wait for him to just walk out of the house while the door's open. That is possible, like he'll eventually leave. Or you could also go ahead and close the door on this Sentinel and hop worlds to see if you can find a place that he's not already in the house. I currently have this Vyre Sentinel attacking me. He looks like he might leave right now. You want to bring a Vyre Sentinel in with you anyway, so I don't really want to hop anymore. No way, she just left, so she has to go for her Blood Tithe, so I'm going to step through her when she starts heading back. Maybe I'm already in the way. Would you like to go back in your house, ma'am? There we go. That other guy had left, so I'm going to step in here. Yeah, he's standing right there, though. No, that's not the right guy. Anyways, I would like to bring in the Sentinel with me, close the door behind him. And there we go. Now me, the Sentinel, and Violetta Sanguine are all in the same house, and we've got Draconis Sanguine stuck outside. So I would like to be on this side of the table while the Vyre is still stuck on this side of the table. To do that, I go stand over here and then run around. You can't just click down here right now, or your character's just going to run through this way. So first click over here, wait a tick, and then click over here. I'll go running around, and he will be stuck there. Now all we need is her to go back to the tile that we want her to stand on the whole time anyway. You're pretty much going to be able to keep Protect from Melee off at this point, but it's possible that I do get attacked one more time. So, well, wait a sec. I'm waiting for her to go stand on, like, these two tiles. Nice, dude. That was close. There we go. So, right now, I could walk under her and go back, but as you can see, if you just walk under her, she could walk through you like she just did. So, you're better off waiting on those other two tiles. Let's go ahead and get this guy stuck behind the table again. So close. If she at least stands on that tile, we can stand right there to get her trapped, which is where we're eventually going to be pickpocketing. All right, there we go. She's on her spawn tile. Now, if she walks north a little bit, we want to really quickly walk to her spawn tile to get the, whatever this is, to start heading towards us. And we're a little late. Let's step back. She was too quick for us. There we go. And that locks it into place. It's nice if she just stands still in those two spots, but now she won't go walking past him. She won't go walking past me. We can be here for quite some time. We can go ahead and start pickpocketing. Once you've got her stuck, I do suggest setting your graphics to full screen, but then still playing in a fixed screen size. That way you can angle your camera to have the NPC at the bottom of the screen, and when you right-click, the pickpocket option will already be below your mouse. So to pickpocket, you can just right-click, left-click, right-click, left-click. There's no mouse movement needed other than sipping your potions and doing anything in the inventory. It does make it a little bit simpler. Let's go ahead and talk about what rates that you're going to get here for XP and money-making stuff. The amount of successful pickpockets you land per hour depends on a couple of simple factors. Your thieving level, whether or not you're using boosts like the Thieving Cape, dodgy necklaces, Shadow Veil, and whatnot, which Vyre you decide that you're willing to pickpocket from, and even how much attention that you're paying to pickpocketing. If you take your sweet time to sip a prayer potion, it does slow you down over a full hour. Little things can add up to a lot if you're doing this for a long time. I felt at full speed with all my boosts that 270k XP an hour was pretty reasonable to keep up. The max rate that I've seen anybody claim is 290k XP an hour, and the wiki says as low as 220k XP an hour is what to expect. You want to try your best to only do your other clicks when your character is stunned if possible, so anytime you need to sip a potion or maybe turn your prayer back on, don't waste time by doing it when you could be pickpocketing, do it while you're stunned. I slow myself down mostly by not reusing Shadow Veil whenever I get a chance, or I wait until the last second to put on like a new necklace and sip potions, use the Shadow Veil. I do all that at once and start pickpocketing again and kind of lose a few pickpockets. And again, if you're less than 99 thieving or you're not bringing some of these other boosts, it can slow down your rates a lot. 220k to 270k XP an hour would be 717 to 879 pickpockets per hour. Blood Shards are not the only thing that you're going to be making money with while you do this. The coins can add up to a few 100k per hour. The runes are stackable, so there's a little bit of profit from that. Plus, if you're using the gem bag to keep the rubies, that does help pay for some of the potions and whatnot. You are spending money on necklaces, cosmic runes, and potions or food, depending on how you heal up, and just the regular drops from the pickpockets does pay for that. For the most part, if we're thinking about profit, you're really just looking at when am I getting any blood shards? I'm going to throw some numbers your way to narrow down the average profit for these shards, but keep in mind that a lot of this, well, all of this is really RNG dependent. The odds of getting a blood shard from a single pickpocket is 1 in 5,000. So at the pace of 717 to 879 pickpockets per hour, you'll be landing a blood shard every 5.5 to 7 hours. As long as you're wearing full rogue's gear, you're guaranteed to get 2 shards when you get it though. So 2 shards every 5.5 to 7 hours would be the same as if you got 1 shard every 2.75 to 3.5 hours. That's not exactly how it works, but it still gives us some easy numbers to average the profit. The price of a blood shard is currently 5.1 mil, and at 5.1 mil per shard, you're looking at 1.45 to 1.85 mil per hour just from those shards. Keep in mind all those different factors for your profit. First of all, the price of the blood shard is going to rise and fall, generally going up with any new big PVM content coming out. We did recently have a blog about Raids 3, and I did notice that at least when I was first jotting down like the script for this video, that we were at 4.1 mil per shard, and by the time I voice recorded it, it was at 5.1 mil, and I had to correct that price. So by the time you watch the video, it could have changed. Also, since it's multiple hours on average per blood shard, you have mostly hours where you get very little money at all, and then occasionally get like 8 mil plus in a single hour getting a shard. This means you could go really unlucky and not see much profit, or you could get really lucky and get rich here pretty quick. You really never know. I do think it's a lot more exciting to get like 5 mil out of nowhere the 5th hour rather than get 1 mil every single hour for 5 hours. That means of money making is not necessarily exciting for everyone. If you don't like RNG to be a big factor in your money making at all, this is not the method for you. I believe that is everything I had to say for Vyre pickpocketing, everybody. If you still have any questions about pickpocketing Vyres, let me know in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching this Vyre pickpocketing guide, everyone. If you enjoyed the video or you just got some useful information out of it, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. If you've been enjoying the videos, be sure to check out my Twitch, which should be linked on the screen and in the description. I am also on Twitter and have a Discord, which are both linked in the description. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and best of luck on getting some blood shards.